Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Well, wasn't that just fun? I think what made it even more fun was that the reason it took so long, A, the internet took like a hot sec to come back. Two, it logged me out of everything. So most of that time was me literally logging back into everything. I don't know why it did. Good times. If my power goes out again and the stream just abruptly cuts, I will probably raid. So apparently there's a storm here. So careful, SpongeBob. Turn chat into a Phas game. That's fine. You guys kept yourselves occupied. I commend you on that. Gizmo, thank you for the 1 year. Rain, dude, yeah. Gosh darn it. If you're in the Discord, I'm so sorry. You got double pinged. I do apologize. It does happen. Mia, thank you for the 17 months. Don't touch me. I'm sterile. I'm Flash. Hi, how are you? Here I am. You going back on YouTube? I don't know if I am, Cap, because if I do, I mean, it's going to be for like an hour-ish. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot my lighter. Listen. Try to pronounce my name. No, thank you. Check at the entertainment going. I appreciate you guys. You're a self-sustaining thing. Yeah, Prestige 20 said, I'm not having this junk. You know what's really funny? We get to do it again. I get to Prestige 20 twice. Found the ghost as an Onryo. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Well, we've already been through this part, but I guess we'll do it again. Game wasn't having it. Michaela, thank you for the biddies. What if it's a sign? It's like, don't you dare, Prestige boy. You better stay where you are. Oh, that's okay. We'll do it again. No, my power completely went out. It wasn't just my internet. My entire power went out. Everything. Yeah. And as it comes back, that's fine. Computer restarts and all that jazz. However, I have to wait for the internet to come back and all that. It happens. But hi, friends. Welcome back. All right, let's do the thing. All right, it is time to Prestige. We are going on to Prestige 20. It has been time. I'm level 116. This is the final Prestige. Here it is. There's the card. Let's do it.
I think you might be the longest standing ghost hunter I've ever seen. We've promoted you to the highest rank available. Commissioner 10. Well done.
Well done, it says. Let's go to the card. All right. There it is. There it is. There is our Prestige. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We've been really, I have not been purposefully slowly prestiging. I've just been kind of taking my time. Here we go again. Deja vu. LT. Yeah. How many times you guys prestige? 21. Get wrecked. Is there a second Twitch drop coming? Stephanie, there is. It's going to start tomorrow. Yeah. Proving it is possible to get. Oh, man. All right. Well, let's hope we can get through this game without bad things happening. Yes? Can you get both badges? I think so. Yeah, from my understanding, the answer is yes. By the way, if you guys have been doing any of those combo things, the little tap guys on mobile, thank you. I do appreciate that. I do see them. There's no things to add to screen that I could tell or any of that jazz, but I do appreciate it because I know that it does pop up on screen. Don't jinx it. I know. Tomorrow's drop is going to be this. I'll actually show you real fast before we get into this one. Starting tomorrow, anybody that is a Phasmophobia streamer, if you're streaming in the Phasmo category, you will have the ability to give your viewers this one. So, I'm assuming it's the same. I'm assuming it's like 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes, goddamn. I'm assuming it's 2 hours, and then they unlock the badge. But it should be available for anybody that is in the Phas category and has drops on. I do believe. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Hello. Sorry for the drop. If you were here and then all of a sudden we went bye-bye, we're back. I'm sorry. My power went completely out. Can we get both badges? I think so. Okay. Let's get out of there. We need to go to this one. D's one. All right. We have no extra items. We have no extra money. We have all starter gear. It's going to be a blast. Going to be fun. Storm's up there. Yeah. If you guys were on the YouTube side, I'm probably not going to restart it because, like I said, it's only going to be for so long. I don't think it'd be worth going live again over there. Withering Witch, thank you for the biddies. And Heavenly, thank you for the 3 months. I'm glad that didn't reset. I'm glad that still exists. Yeah, Sissy, hi, friend. East Coast weather, yeah, no, dude. It just doesn't end. All right. We are going to do our level 1 Prestige 20 at Willow. This is my favorite map, and this is the last time that I'm going to have the ability to actually Prestige. So we're doing it at my favorite map, and this is all starter gear because we're level 1. So let's go. When did I first start Phas? I played Phas a couple of times when it first released, and then I did not play again for like a year. And then after about a year, I started playing it more consistently, like offline with friends. And then I started making content for it. And then here we are. Yeah. I do have a pet. I have a doggo. Her name is Josie. If you go to Bleasdale, you can actually pick up the plate with her face on it. Yeah. I'm Elaine. Thank you for the sub. It's been rough in Indy. So many tornadoes. Oh, please stay safe. Always save Josie if you can. If you can't, that's okay. We forgive. It's okay. We'll just pretend that she's hanging out with the ghosties. It's fine. Been watching on YouTube. Fun to be on here. I appreciate you being here. Welcome over. Ryan, thank you for the 16. Welcome back, homie. How long am I streaming? Great question. I think that's up to the storm that's outside my house. Because it tried to cut us short. ATV. It's so wild to see the truck so empty again. I know. ATV. Goodness gracious. Well, I guess I owe a bad wheel now. Forgot the drops out. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah. We'll probably try to raid somebody that's still doing drops after this if we can. As long as there's a kinetic partner still going. Can we use Josie with the summoning circle? I mean, I guess. But don't let the ghost stand on her. That'd be rude. ATV, dude. ATV. That is a shit ton, dude. Thank you so freaking much. You say bad wheel, but it's really... Yeah, fun for who? Fun for who? Do I do it now or do I do it after the game? As a celebratory, you did it. I'll probably die to the ghost. Oh my God. Badass, thank you for the follow. Game first. All right, we'll do the game first, and then we'll do it after. That's fine. Yeah, he always starts this time, PW. Always. Yeah. Fun for us all. Whatever. Oh, no. AT, I'm so glad I'm able to help in any way, shape, or form, man. Thank you. If you guys got gifted, please make sure to thank them. Please. Juju, thank you for the biddies. Oh, my God. Beans for the kids. I got to buy them more. They just ran out. They finished it. She's like, is there any more? I was like, no, I got to buy you some. I'm sorry. No, nothing much. I always look for raids. No, I usually don't take suggestions because I enjoy looking. I enjoy it. Maddie, thank you for the 22. Oh my goodness. Statistically speaking is the fun wheel. Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, here we are with a truck full of amazingly fun equipment as in our light mode. It's good times. Good times for everybody. Bradley, we need to escape 25% and a ghost event. So let us take our flashlight, our thermer, and our EMF. Now, I do not have a photo camera and I don't have a sound recorder, so we can't even go for a perfect game. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll get as many as we can. For sure. Allie, thank you for the 27 months. Maddie, thank you for the 22. Here we go. Oh, my favy. Was that kitchen? No. Yes? No. Yes. Oh, you threw the pot. EMF 5. I love the truck. Always my favorite to come back to. Oh, it's a reality check. Oh, yeah. All right, there's the juice. We can get some lights on, protect ourselves. I'm going to do a quick scan to see if the bone is anywhere nearby. Starting off hot. Yeah, seriously. I don't mind getting EMF 5 out the gate. That doesn't bother me one little bit. Callie, thank you for the biddies. Thank you guys for the hype train. My goodness. Crazy. And because I don't have a photo camera, we're really just going to pick up the bone. Well, can I do every objective? Escape, technically, yes. 25, yes. Witness a ghost event, eh. Well, I mean, I could use the music box, to be fair. Ronan. Oh, wait, Ronan, thank you for the prime. I can read. Let's get a video camera. Let's get dots, and let's get a book in there. We're still at 98%. We're rocking. We do be rocking, though. Thank you for the follows, friends. Welcome in. Ay, flash hello. Level 9 is bonkers. That is bonkers. All right, let's do this. That was instant. Okay, if you're that, then this game is very broken right now. What can you be? You can't even be dots, can you? Nope. Deuces. Can't be orbs. Spirit box, ultraviolet, or freezing. Spirit box, ultraviolet, or freezing. Interesting. Doc, thank you for the base. Underworld, hello. It's not super cold. It threw the painting. Are the temps actually going to go down or what? Why is it? Hold on. We'll do a little walk and talk here. Okay. Maybe? No, it's going up. Whatever, dude. You're here-ish. That's good enough. The oven is on. Oh, must be making cookies. Very warm still. Welcome in. Hello, friends. Hello. So we said ultraviolet, spirit box, or freezing. Freezing is being a pain in the tush, so we're going to kind of hope that it's not that. The audacity. Are the paintings new? No, they've been there for a while. No, they've definitely been there. I have no salt, so we need to wait for like a door touch or a winder. I could go ahead and try Spirit Box. Tier 1 Spirit Box is not such a fun time. I would agree with you on that one for sure. It's kind of getting there. Maybe. Okay, or just go back up. You know, F me, right? There we go. I can see my breath. Glad I found the channel. Clicked on for the badge originally. Well, I appreciate you sticking around, friend. Thank you. Maybe I just go for this because I don't know what else it would be. Where are you? Where are you? Is my micro... Where are you? Hold on. Is my audio effed? Where are you? Check, check. Ooh, it's not working. No device. Go back there. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's see. This one? Check, check, check. Uh-oh. It's not able to hear my audio right now. Let us see. The input's correct. The input's right. Why is it not able to hear my microphone right now? That doesn't make any sense. I'll take it off of push to talk maybe for a second and see what it does. Check, check. Check, check. Oh, you know what it might be. Oh, I know what it might be. I'm on it. I'm on it. Banji, thank you for the sub. I'd rather go out here and fix it rather than sitting in the house and trying to do it. Text, no, I'm not doing text. No shot. No, 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 no. No way. I love technology. But at least, you know, it's done it enough to me that I know how to fix it usually. Okay. Check, check. Heyo. It's working now. Lovely. Why the hate? Because I don't want to have to learn how to do that. I didn't start on that. What happened in the stream earlier? My freaking power went out of my house. There's a storm outside my house right now. Text with the tier 1's torture. Yeah, I don't want to get used to that. That's like saying, hey, get used to a controller now that you've been using keyboard and mouse for thousands of hours. No, it wasn't what button. It was because my mouse software is always open and I have my walkie and my push to talk stuff on my mouse. So because when my computer restarted, it didn't restart the Logitech automatically. The push to talk wasn't working because it was connected to the mouse. So we fixed it. We done went and fixed it. So groovy. Groovy. Okay. Now we can go back in and try again. All right. Let's do the thing. All right. I stepped outside for like a second. The ghost went and made chalky milk. I'm not thirsty yet. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? This spirit box sucks. I haven't been able to check for UV at all. It has not done... What? I saw my breath in here, right? But the temps are going up. I'm so confused. No, okay. All right, you're still here. I saw it. I think I saw it as I was walking in there. That was confusing. All right, dude. I'll leave that there. Would you please touch a door? I don't have salt. Come on. Come on. Do the thing. I'll just keep circling like a shark until it does it. That way I can check for freezing. I wasn't getting spirit box, so we're just going to assume it's not spirit box. Oh, are you a shade? I don't know. You were active with me right there with you in the room. Your tier 1 never goes off. It can be a little tough. It can be a little rough. All right, so you go buzz buzz. But you don't ever touch a door. No freezing. If you are ultraviolet, you're a myling. Come on. Maybe if I turn the lights off, it'll be a little more active. Like the lights off over near the ghosty. Really? I was just trying to retain my sanity because we have no way to replenish. Lights off? Yeah, maybe. I mean, they should still be, even with the lights on, they can touch doors. It's not like they can't interact with doors just because the lights are on. But Ghost isn't doing squat. It felt like it wrote in the book with me standing right next to it, which was very confusing. All right, HR chucking stuff. Where did I put the video camera? What do I do with it? Right there. Gimme. Gimme. Have I done the prison? I mean, at one point or another, yeah. Lakita, thank you for the biddies. Was that a ghost fart? Or was that a switch? Wait. Let's make sure. Ah, normal switch touch, and there was no UV. Okay, spirit box or freezing? Is this just an awful freezing ghost? Every time I pick up the tier 1, the temperature starts going up. Thank you. It's so close. Just do it. What if I leave this on? Maybe all of a sudden I'll just hear elderly victim. Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? You son of a... It's a spirit. Gosh dang it. Oh, hey, look, the bone. There we go. All right. Man. I told you it didn't feel like a shade. I told you. I freaking told you, dude. It was way too active right next to me. There was no shot. Okay. What do we have? We have escape and 25%. I mean, I could technically still get other media. I could get, well, the only media I could get is video recording. That is quite literally all I can get. I can get nothing else. I have a feeling they did not, hence why I think they took it away. Do you want to do anything else I can record video of? Do you still need photos of the bone for extra payout? Do you need photo of the bone for extra payout? Well, for a perfect game, you need to collect the bone. Object throw. Hey, yo. Tier 1's a very sensitive subject here, sir. I mean, I guess I could just start the music box and then get video and escape and 25%. And I would like to get at least 3 more video before I do the ghost video. Maybe. Gotcha. There's 2. What if I do this and then lights start flickering? Do it. Got Doomslade. Nice. Another light switch. Would you stop? Are you scared of the dark, hotshot? What's wrong? You take video of the EMF? No. No, the evidence that I have, EMF, ghost writing, spirit box. See, I already have writing. Unfortunately, that could have been video, but it's too late. You sneaky son. Let's go. Wait, did that count as something different? Wait, what did that count as? Interaction. I'll take it. Nice. Okay, so if I get the ghost as it events towards the music box, like that's groovy. I would love it. Have you noticed the ghost hasn't touched a single door? Like once at all? Flickering. Did it just shut this light off? Flickering lights, lighting candles and such. I'm going to point the camera here for 20 minutes. Oh, it's not worth it at that point. Because you're going to film like this, and then the lights over here are going to flicker. Should be able to turn the page. That'd be cool. That would be really, really neat. Turn the page, wash your hands. Turn the page, wash your hands. You're not going to do it. You're not touching any doors. You're not messing with anything else. We have object thrown, light switched interaction. I can't get a ghost fart. It's not doing anything. Even the ghost event don't last long enough. Well, dots are very well known for being way too short to get anything. It sinks. Grizzly, thank you for the 25 months. My goodness, 2 years and a month. What happened? Dude, I'm like, this is so tempting right now. It is so tempting. But like, I'm so hopeful that it's going to do something else first. You know what I mean? First team all lurker, let's go. I'm so hopeful. Light flicker in 3, 2, 1. I feel like 11 trying to will it into existence. Damn it. If I force this to happen and I get the ghost video, getting the ghost hunting video is a really awful idea with this camera. You feel me? Escape the ghost in 25 we can do. Side note, this isn't even a shade, this is a spirit. Spirits are also buttholes, for anybody that's curious. Are you still literally right here? You've thrown spoon. What? Okay. Got the drop, let's go. Not one door touch. We're just gonna have to say F it, man. This is torture. This is torture. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Don't break. 25, where you at? Come on. No. Got it. know if I got it. I don't think I did. I didn't want to risk it. Got it. Oh my goodness gracious. Woo! Let's get out of here. Run. The reason I wasn't getting it is because the truck kept breaking my line of sight. And that's why it was going from it's getting it, it's not getting it. It's getting it, it's not. I'm sorry. Did you just throw something by the front? I hate you. I hate you like a lot. You suck. Goodness gracious. Bye, dude. We out of here. All right, we got our 5 unique video. We got all of the objectives, and we also got all the evidence to get the ghosty. That is quite literally the most that I can do right now. You could do other video to get more money, but I'm more worried about getting unique than I am about actually trying to get the highest dollar value. But there's definitely better ways. Getting the hunting ghost and also the ghost event. Great. Love it. Great. Awesome. Wonderful. It's a spirit. You know, at least it wasn't a shade. Yeah.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs
Spirit for our first game of Prestige 20. Wasn't a shade. I'll take it. I will take it. And now we have the photo camera. Awesome. And also the motion sensor and the sound recorder and the parabolic. Anything else? Awesome. Great first game. Let's go. And if I go over here and I take a look at the shop, is it still level 16? Was it 16? It might have been. So look at that. So you have Incense and Sanity both at level 14. Igniter and Firelight both at level 12. I don't know what else is doubled up other than that. But cool. We have some choices after a little while. Rad Tad. Going to bed. Good night, Cap. What time does the new drop start tomorrow? If I heard correctly, I think the new drop start tomorrow at like 6 a.m. Eastern. Oh, I didn't pay attention to the crucifix. Oh, yeah. The tier 3? Tier 3 wise, oh my God, look at that. Crucifix, headgear, incense. All 3 of those. 60 of sound recorder tripod. 70, you have parabolic and you have motion sensor. Yeah, because they lowered the levels for some of the unlocks. It's awesome. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So we're getting everything by 80 now. That is correct. Once you get to level 80 now, you have unlocked everything. Yeah. Going broke, just upgrading stuff. Well, you just have to be careful. You have to make sure that you're staying alive to the best of your abilities so you can get monies. This, I think, is still busted. Let me see. Still busted, right? Yeah. Until you unlock everything, these little, whatever you had these on last, say locked, still busted. So if I go to this tier 1 right here and I reset the loadout, hit yes, go over like this, there, that one's fixed now. It's the only way that I've learned to get rid of that little warning symbol that says that it's locked. Definitely like in the drop levels for some items. I am too. I think it was necessary, especially some of the early items for players that are new. I feel like you should be unlocking some more stuff. What's my favorite badge? A couple of my favorite badges or my ID cards are, well, you know, Prestige 20 is pretty cool, I guess. I like the Completionist badge. I like the Ferryman of the Drowned and this new Twitch drop badge. Those are 3 of my favorites for sure. And these, the drop, I mean, you just watch stream. This one, you take 10 minutes to go do the Easter egg inside of Point Hope and you got it. Done. Yeah. Lovely. Bad wheel time. Great. Do I still have to do it? I mean, you know, I took punishment without power in my house. No, poor me. Discord, yeah, right there. Yeah. Out of all the cool little Easter eggs, which is your favorite? I mean, I don't know about little Easter eggs, but Point Hope's Easter egg is pretty awesome. It's pretty great. Rules is rules. Rules is rules. Fine. Fine. Are there any other Easter eggs? There's no other Easter egg to earn a badge. There's other Easter eggs on like Maple Lodge, but that doesn't get you a badge though. All right. Well, when we double the goal here, when that goal gets doubled there, we do the bad wheel. Did you hit the June goal? I did. We did. Yeah. So I have to do a 24-hour stream, and the 24-hour stream will have viewer games attached to it. So I don't know when yet, but once I figure out what day it is, I'll make sure to let you guys know when it's going to be. Yeah. So the extended goal was going to be for you guys to choose what cosplay I do, if that happened. All right. Mods are, you know, very forgiving from what I've heard. "24 straight? Yeah. Yeah, when I do a 24-hour stream, it's going to be 24 hours straight spicy. Shit. Shit. Oh, man. All right. I didn't like my taste buds anyway. It's fine. It was already said, Car. It's too late. It's like, what would I rather do? Would I rather do the soda or the hot? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. Oh, no. If I haven't gotten the current drop yet, is it still possible to get them? I'm going to do my best to find another kinetic partner to raid into. So if you've started getting the badge, why not both? You can shut your face hole. If you've just started getting the badge, I will try my best to raid into another kinetic partner so you can continue to earn your badge. I think you have until 6 a.m. Eastern. So I think you have another like 6.5 hours to earn it. Mix them. Hey, Yanni, how are you? Mustard soda. What? Okay, I'm spinning the wheel. Phoenix said beans too. Okay, well, there we go. 2-1. Gross soda chaser. You can lick a butt. You can lick all of, if not half of, part of a butt. All right. Habanero. Can I be a mod? Nope. Definitely cannot. Second chat message person. Mustard soda doesn't sound bad. It's again, not good. It's really bad. It's not as bad as ranch. Ranch is way worse. Way worse. But it's still bad. It was their second message they ever sent the channel. Yeah. It was, hi, can I be a mod? Sending hate? That's okay. Nobody cares about you. Hi, Chiefs. Can I be a mod? I'll think about it. I mean, you know, you're a horse of a different color. You're joking? Yeah, sure. Me too. Yeah, why not? It was legendary in the Epcot Sodas of the World building. Wait, what was legendary? We've been doing a lot of Disney research. Cheaper for mod 2025. You know he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. Would you like to see more Easter eggs? They're going to add more lore to the game. I don't know when that's going to happen, but they said that they're going to. Sadly, they shut that building down a few years back. The soda thing, that still exists. The soda fountain. Oh, wait, because unless the soda still exists, it doesn't exist, I think, in the same place anymore. There's like two buildings across from each other. And the soda thing is like, if you're walking towards, oh God, I don't remember. If you're walking towards like Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like on your right. I think they moved it. I think I remember the one you're talking about. Yeah, it's still the same sticky mess with all the random sodas. Yep, it's the same thing. It's the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still there. Still never been. Oh man, it's amazing, Jeeves. It's so expensive, but it's so great. I don't know if it's because, I don't know if the reason it stays with me is because like I remember going there as a kid once, and then as an adult, you have like two different experiences. You have when you go with your kids, you know, you get to go for the love of them and making sure they enjoy it. But when you go as an adult and just an adult, and you and your wife or husband or a partner, whatever, can just walk around and do what you want without having to worry about others. It's pretty cool. It's pretty great. Never been. It's really great. Yeah. I've never been to Disneyland though. I've been to Disney World. Yeah. Hey, Brianna, how are you? It's beautiful. It's so fun. If you ever thought about going with a partner, I would highly recommend. Drinking around Epcot, beautiful. You live 20 minutes and you go, oh, it's so fun. It's so great. We're taking Cheeps to Disney. Your partner won't go on rides. Oh, what a bummer. Get a better partner, Mel. Did I say that? He's quite possibly the best partner. Funny enough, we had Taco Bell for dinner. Woo. Don going on a roller coaster one time and he said, oh man, I love it so much. I love roller coasters. Yeah, that's a ball. What's the Taco Bell order? It depends. I really enjoy the Mexican pizza. The heat continues because it's stuck to my teeth. For those curious, I'm just a really big wimp when it comes to spicy food. I can't do it. Hence why the spicy is on the bad. Oh. Why is this? Because they're sticky beans. What do you want me to do? Gotta up your tolerance? There's some spicy things I enjoy because they actually taste good. These don't taste good. Did Disney World for the 25th anniversary in 96 and Disneyland for the... You know what's really funny? I was at Disney World in the 25th anniversary. I was there. My parents took me there as a kid. Mm-hmm. I remember. Yeah. I remember. Bro, play the game? No. See, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to do this. What we're going to do is I'm going to time you out. How long is that for? All right, hold on. Hold on. Turn my flashlight off. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll set a timer. right. Cool. There we go. 8 hours? No, 10 minutes. No, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Trust the process. Just trust the process, okay? Just trust. Keep pestering? No, it's some little douchebag. It's some little douchebag that has the summer off. Yeah, we like to treat them, you know, the way that they deserve. We trust. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the gifted to Diamond. Nocturnal. Thank you for the gifted. Jade, thank you for the 6 months. Whew. That is hot. All right. Well, we need to get levels, man. I'm level 5 now. Prestige 20, level 5. I just feel it's like stuck. It's like the heat is just, it's like stuck in like a cavity. Whew. Why is it spicy? I want to drop for its bye-bye. You'll be fine. Whenever I'm done stream tonight, I'm going to do my best to find another kinetic partner that's on, because you should still have like another 6 hours to earn it. How long did it take? Oh God, I don't know. Well, okay. Want me to give you a good idea how long it took? This, in appreciation recognition of the progress and achievements before the date of August 17th, 2023. This is when the prestige system was added. It's until 7 a.m. EST. Are you sure, Mel? Did I read it wrong? Yeah? Okay. Well, there you go. I'm corrected. It's till 7. 1 a.m. Okay. 1 a.m. your time. Well, there we go. So actually, technically speaking, you have 7 hours to get it. Can we still get the badge? Yeah. So I'm going back out later. Good. Good. If I don't own Phasmo yet and I complete the drop, either I would assume if you earn the drop, even if you don't own Phas right now, if you earn it on Twitch, once you get Phasmo and then you do the connection with Twitch, then you claim the drop, it should be fine and you should still get it. You want to flex to your friends. Tell them you can juggle. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Jedi, I don't think it matters by region. Not that I'm aware of. It might, but I don't think so. Yeah. Can we get both the non-animated, the animated, non-animated? Yeah, I think so. I never got glitch gifted the unanimated one. I don't know why only a couple of us did. I mean, it had to have been a glitch because nobody else got it. So me and JoJo apparently got these, but the others did not. All right. Let's do a professional run at Grafton. I don't even have enough to do all, actually. So we can't do that. But what I can do is buy motion sensor, parabolic, and a photo camera. So we need parabolic, motion sensor, photo camera. This, I'll buy another. Sound recorder. There we go. Oh, enable. I was like, why is it not working? Oh, it's because it has to be enabled. There we go. All right, now we should be good. Perfect game inbound? Well, technically, yeah, I could now. We have the photo camera. We have the video camera. Sound recorder. I could try. Let's give it a whirl. All right, to Grafton we go. We're just a wee little 5. Just a wee little 5. But we're going to try to maybe possibly do a perfect game at Grafton. Oh. Hey, Ren. Rare chance to be able to join the stream because you're 12-hour difference. Are you 12 hours ahead or behind? Is anybody 12 hours behind? It's like, wait a minute. That's in front, right? One at a time. Yeah. You guys have to take your time with it. Sideways. Okay, that's fair. Epic Freya, thank you for the 7-month prime. Ooh. Okay, let's turn this off. Let's turn off this stuff. Let's go. What do we need? Oh, you like jazz? 3 unique photos with a photo camera, capture 3 unique videos with a video camera, and then capture a video with a ghost. All new objectives. Groovy. All new. All right, let me... Hold on, I need to scroll back for a sec. Hold, please. Back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Back, go back, go back, go back, go back. I'm just checking on something. Doing a little check, don't mind me. Roll that beautiful excuse me? What did you just say? Please be a demon or a Thay. Hey, I wouldn't mind that much. If it was a Thay and it wants to be super active, I'm down, Charlie Brown. I am down. All right, make sure this is muted, which it is. First time beating APOC 3, GG's. Pushes baked beans. All right. Okay. All right. Baked beans. I haven't had baked beans in a long time. I'm just verifying something real fast, guys. I'm sorry. Do hold. There we go. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. Shut up, Vertex. Make sure. Yes, beautiful. Good, great, grand. Love it. I missed those commercials. What, the bean ones? All right. We need to figure out where Ghosty is first. So I'm not going to be able to replenish any of my sanity. Power's back there. Now that we know that for that, let's go. Does your watch time reset? No. Prep the switch. No music box. No cards. The mirror. Let me get the power first. Power first, and then we go. UV phalanges, I'm down. Yeah, careful, SpongeBob, for sure. If it starts hunting, then... Damn. I turned that switch on. That was me. That down there. Put that down there. Let's go get more stuff, and then we will go find the room. With the mirror. Ghost hasn't done a damn thing. Gonna miss this map. I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like when they're done. I don't know about you. I'm super excited. Bring that, bring that, bring that. We're just bringing everything to the door so that way I can lose the least amount of sanity possible. Timer go off yet? No, not yet. Put that there. Do a quick little Orby check. Nope. Like I said, I have the mirror. Okay. Let me pause here. So what I did was I set a timer for the timeout that I put on that person for 10 minutes, and about 9 minutes have been up. So they've been waiting in chat to speak for 10 minutes. So now I'm going to ban them. Don't be a douchebag. All right. Spirit box, UV, photo camera. Let's go. Can't wait till all the maps are revamped. Me too. Me too. Bring that guy, bring that guy, bring that guy. Did you just cut my power, you jerk? Hey. Hey. Power's back. Yeah, we know it's not a djinn. Yeah, facts. All right, Ghosty's here. So, let's drop some stuff. That's way better than the quick man. Oh, yeah. You time him out for being super sussy. And then whenever they are waiting for their opportunity to return to say something, and they've just been sitting there and just stewing for 10 minutes, then you ban them, and then they can't say anything. And then they can't even see the stream anymore. That's the move. That's the way. That is the way. Yeah, they asked to be a mod, and then they told me play the game, so bye. If you're curious what just happened. Yeah, it's okay. No. See, what the best part is, I'm going to forget about them in the next couple minutes. They're going to remember me for a while. That's cool with me. All right. Let's do spirit box, dots, book. I'll put that down. See my breath. That's a good thing. I wonder... No, I think the odds of that would be really, really slim. I wonder if I had a video camera set up and a spirit box on in front of it, if I could tell that the spirit box went off. Was that an event? Yep, it certainly was. Cool. All right. No, I won't try that yet. We'll try that in a second. First, we'll try this. I might even do maybe that. Man, that's rough. I'm gonna have to probably be in here to get this stuff. This is gonna be tough. Thank you, Dink. Thank you, Dink. So funny to see. I know, I love it too. It's a blast. All right, video cameras. There it is. Oh, there's an orb. Excuse you. Get low enough for me to record you. Go down lower. Go down. Lifelong manners. That's right. Yeah, we got it. All right. So we have orbs. That's cool. I don't see the book moving at all. I see the rocking chair moving right now. No writing yet. Possible UV. The ghost is teasing us. It is teasing us. I have ads that are trying to creep up on us. All right, I'm gonna do a quick check. I'm gonna go back into the house for a second, do a real fast check, and then we'll run ads back here. I'm gonna bring in all the stuff, all the things. I feel like it takes forever to get anything. Yesterday I had to oh yeah, it just depends on the ghost. Some ghosts are just not very active. Ryan, good night, friend. Have all the best sleeps. Have them all, every last one of them. Any whispers? Still chance to get the badge? Yeah, yeah, you're good. Nothing right now? Okay. Any sounds? Did you just do it again? I swear to God, dude. Where's my EMFer? Okay, I can actually check that. Okay, good. And there we go. I brought my camera in, right? It's over there. Give. There we go. Fingerprints. And then we have UV. 20 seconds. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? It might be freezing. All right. Let's go back out to the truck. All right. Ads are about to play. If you're not subbed, you don't have turbo, I'm going to wait in the truck for you. We'll watch the cam. That's all we'll do. And then, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Ads are running. Ads are running. We'll just watch this. Maybe we'll find something out. Maybe it'll do a thing. Maybe it'll do a ting. Does the type of ghost depend on how active it is? Well, certain ghosts are very inactive. Record the Orbeez. Already did. Already did. Dank, thank you for the gifted to USMC. Cheyenne, thank you for the 11 months. And welcome in, friends. Thank you for the follows. I'm sorry if I was live earlier. Sorry, my live went down because my power went out at my house. And then we went live again. So if you got double pinged, I am sorry. Literally killed your connect. Oh, Night Raptor, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Are you sub still? No. No, if you don't have ads, it's just a... I saw that. Did you see that? It could just be luck by region. What ghosts are inactive? Shades. Shades are very inactive. Why does the orb keep doing this same maneuver? What is this? Oh, I know, Song. I didn't want to start it back up because starting it back up for like an hour, I was like, nah. I just won't worry about it. Yeah, thank you. No power at night is the worst. Listen, I sleep with the TV on all the time. So technically, I mean, I don't need, like, I have a portable TV that I could use, but I'm not that desperate. It's just standing there. Orb is tweaking. It is. Why was the ghost just literally hanging out on the edge of the table? Hey, Saphira, welcome in. Hoping Doc is the most cursed next run. Why would you say that? That man is a delight. Can Mrs. Flash sleep with the TV on? Oh, yeah, no, we both do. We both do. We just have like, it's usually like Friends or The Office. Then it's just running on in the background. We're not actually watching a movie. It's just noise. Yeah, Pratt, thank you so much for the 2 months. The guest of the follows. Hello. Ads are almost done. 20 seconds and then we're able to go back inside. 20 seconds and we're back in. 77% done. Nice. Yeah, I was telling them earlier that I'm going to do my best to find a kinetic partner to raid into whenever we're done here. All right. Ad break is finishing. Let's go. The Office is your forever background noise. It's just, I know it so well at this point. I know it so well at this point. I don't have to think. Thank you, Dinks. How do you guys know when the ads will start and how long they'll last? I have a little tab over to my right that tells me when the ads are going to start. And then I can try to time it the best that I can. TV's a must need. The background noise. It's just, yeah. Again, it's just, like any extra noises, I don't have to worry about it. USMC, thank you for gifting to Nikki. Okay, let's stop the music. So we have not seen any dots. I wasn't getting any spirit box. It might be just freezing temps, to be honest with you. It might be, but we have orbs and ultraviolet. So Banshee, Hantu, Obake. So what is out? Writing, we don't have to worry about. Spear box is out. So EMF, dots, or freezing. If it's dots, that sucks because we've been staring at this for so long and we've had no dots. It has kicked the breaker, so it might be a Hantu. I do have a sound recorder and I also have a paramic. If it was a Banshee, that'd be pretty cool. Would be pretty rad. But I'm at 70%, so I have to be really extra careful. Just want to go home. Oh my gosh, you're working. All right, let's bring this over here. There's a sound. Where? I think I was too late. Did I still get that? Nope. Hi. Stop. Got it. Get wrecked. Although now I'm at like 60 sanity. Oh crap, that's freezing. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Okay. I did not apparently get that one. That's awesome. Great. Cool, cool. Gravy. Awesome. Still be a mimic. It could be. Yeah, if that tier 1 spirit box is failing me, which is very possible. Can you get the Banshee as sound evidence now? You can get it on the sound recorder. I have to be within hunting, right? Or very close. It just evented on me twice. And I was at 70. I should be at like 50 now. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't have anything to protect myself, but we can go in there and listen to it hunt. The speed, I mean, if it's a mimic mimicking a Hantu, that's just awful. All right, let's go inside. E. It helps when you get specific. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, it's so nice. The validation from getting like the Banshee whale on the sound recorder is so great because it's not just a Banshee whale on a paramic where you remember it happening. You have actual evidence in your book that says that it happened. I have yet to get a chance to do the Obake fingerprints. Yeah. How you know it's a mimic? Well, I'm playing on Pro right now, so the way I would know it's a mimic is because I would have a fourth piece of evidence. Or if this is supposed to be a Hantu and it's not hunting like a Hantu. I'm kind of hoping that it will just hunt me right now. I'm very close to 50, so like I'm hovering between. Okay, I don't want you to hunt me right now. It's too late. I'm not going to get there. Oh, yikes. This is yikes. Many much yikes. Uh-oh. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. I can't see anything. Thank you for the lurk, Cam. Okay, it's back over where it was. God. Careful, SpongeBob. Oh, God. It wants a hug. I don't want one back. Now it's in the rocking chair again. It's going to hunt. I don't want to go over there. This tablecloth is disgusting. Oh shit. 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 Oh no. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, I love you all. Oh, I'm so sad. I couldn't see anything at all. Oh, man. Oh, you're so stinky. I wish we could see her breath right now. I think that should be a cool little Hantu thing right there at the end. It's already too late for it. Well, maybe not. No, because then if you're playing with others, then you would know it's a Hantu. Yeah, that wouldn't be fair. Oh, what a stinker. Oh, that was such bad luck. Such bad luck. Thank you, Dinks. Oh, man. Yeah, I died on the toilet. I definitely did. Right on the turlet. Son of a biscuit. All right, let's disable and enable. Do you have your in-game brightness up? That was stupid dark. Yeah, my brightness is all the way up. That's just how dark the game is right now. Yeah, I don't use any external filters or anything like that. The brightness goes up. I do it all in game because that's console players can't use anything like that. So that's why I don't use any filters. If I do have a filter, I usually use it to like show you this stuff because this is kind of effed right now where it does that. This is the only time you'll see me really use a filter is to turn it on so you guys can see these trophies because you normally can't. That's like very dark for no reason. But I do that. And then what? Toilet's going to remember my death. Son of a biscuit. I was risking it, trying to get as much as I could. Did I need to do that? No. Did I want to? Kind of. Really, if I want to get money real fast, this is what I could do. This is what we used to do. All right. Tangle. Go. Something with eye adaptation. No, I don't have that on. I don't have that on. Why is the stream lagging for you? Oh, I don't know. I haven't dropped any frames. Point hope you won't. That is correct. I won't, ATV. You nailed it. All right. Oh, I didn't even look at the objectives. Video, photo camera, and escape. All right, first we're just going to run in here and hope to live. Step 1, try to live. Twins. What happened to the stream earlier? My power went out of my house. Why speed? Are you sure? With the low tier, it's so dark. What does that say? Get done hunting. Get out of here. All right. Yeah. That speed was very consistent. We obviously haven't aged the ghost. We haven't been in there long enough. It would be way faster because I have 0 sanity. So that should be twins. Ghost did it. We think it did. Yeah, we knew it wasn't a Jinn. It was probably a Hantu. Trying to shut my power off. Twins.
Welcome back.
And that's how we very quickly earn 2,000 XP. In roughly a minute and 1 second. Cool. What else I unlock? We have crucifixes now. That's awesome. I have 2,000 bucks. That's cool. You know what? Let me go in there one more time without a crucifix and just see how it goes. Let's go. When are we going to see IRL with you? At some point, probably. There's no need for the small blue door to hide behind in that. Wait. There's no need for open this. Oh, no. You can just go to the corner. You just go like this. Camp Woodwind? No, I like to do Tanglewood. Not Noni. Yum. Okay, it's in the kitchen. No, Rico. What do you think about Phaz getting a movie? I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what they do. Because Blumhouse is pretty awesome. Don't you dare. Okay, it went into the garage. That sounds like a Thay. Mimicking a Hantu. Oh, 13 Ghosts. I loved 13 Ghosts. That was a great movie. 13 Ghosts was amazing. I would love to do that for a movie night if I ever actually do one. All right. Am I they marked? Let's get out. Hopefully this gives us enough money to where I can just add all and then we can, yeah. Yeah. Tripod, sound sensor, another 2K, lovely. Oh, no, it's not. It's still busted. It's busted until I unlock everything. I just hate that so much. I hate it. All right. Yeah, it's good enough for me. All right. Let's go back. 13 Ghosts. It's a movie. Yeah. Matthew Lillard. What is it on? Oh, I don't know. Streaming wise, you got me. I don't know what half the streaming services is. Shaggy. Yeah, that guy. Yes. If Shaggy's how you know him, sure. It's sort of like the Tim Curry thing. Like it says a lot about how you know who who Matthew Lillard is. Where you remember him from. All right.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly.
We're picking on VHS? Yeah, dude. Yeah. Rocky Horror Picture, you mean? That's the guy. How do we get the badge? We get the badge by watching me for 2 hours. Or you just keep watching and I'll raid into somebody that you can keep watching to finish it off. Yeah. Makes you feel old, right? See, I feel like the first movie that I ever saw Matthew Lillard in, I feel like the first one I ever saw him in, like my sister had it, but it was SLC Punk. He was in Scream. Yes. Yes, he was. Without a paddle. Oh my God. All right, let's go. Let's go. SLC Punk was great. Michael, capture a video, motion sensor, and a photo camera. Well, I have crucifixes at least, so at least it can't spawn on top of me, I guess. And we can do the motion sensor objective, so that's cool. Summer catch. Oh my God. Haven't seen that in a long time. Is this a yokai? Maybe? Okay, let's go this way. Why they? The last ghost? Because of how fast it was. I could tell by the speed. Fury, that did sound like a double, right? I don't know if it was the right kind. Bitch. I don't know if it was the right kind of double or not. You go that way. I'll go home. I might have been too far away. Hey, Drizzle. Wait a minute. Did I see another ghost go around the corner? Wait a tick. Yeah, when it rounded the corner, was it not a different ghost? Got the emotion, right? Yeah, okay. All right. We'll sneak a peek around the counter. I thought that's what I saw. It'd be fun if twins were actually twins. It'd be interesting to see what two ghosts hunting at the same time would be like. The Obakey Cakey, I think so. How do you redeem the card? Go to twitch.tv/drops. The dev considered a jackpot. I have no idea, Gibson. They haven't addressed it. You bitch. That was rude as shit, dude. I have no stamina. I have no stamina. Why do I have no stamina at all? What the shit? This a-hole clicked the power the second I got over there. And then it farted on me. Look normal. I might have missed it. Again, I'm not sure. Arctic, thank you for the prime. We'll keep the light on it. We'll keep the flashlight on us this time. The ghost is gaslighting us. Oh, the door creaking. I like it. I like it. It is super creepy. Is this a challenge? No. No, the weekly is the same weekly that it was 2 weeklies ago. Learn the update stuff. Love the game. Let's go, Crystal. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Welcome in. Hello. That was rude. Come on, one more time. Oh, pooped in the sink. Makes it more suspenseful? It does. I like it. It just adds a different vibe to the hunts. Just got off work. Let's go. I've played 2 months. The APOC challenge has been affected by the new update. If you stick with any of the challenges that would require you to do any of the new media stuff, it could be a little harder. Come on, dude. It's taking too long. What? What? Was he stuck? Hey, Slag, how's it going? Too slow. No, the speed's still normal. No, that's still normal. Go set up your plans. I don't know why it got caught on the corner. what a stink butt. What would redeeming the Stream King give? It gives you a special role in Discord. There is no like value beyond having that special role in Discord as of right now, but the only way to get that role is by redeeming it through Twitch. Doing no evidence. Yeah, this is no sanity, no evidence. I thought that, I mean, it might not be an Obake. I swear I thought I saw a shapeshift, man. Yet a ghost gets stuck in a chair. I've heard of ghosts getting stuck behind walls. All right, now you know where I am. Yeah? Okay. Okay, I'm so confused, dude. Are you able to sense me or not? Okay, it was here. I did the thingy. It never came. It was here. I did the thingy. It came directly to me. What? I'm going yokai. I'm going yokai. We're going to see what happens. Are you a yokai? Hey, Coach was playing fast today. I'm going with it. How long will you be live for? Not for much longer, Peach, but I will be going somewhere that will have drops enabled. I'll be trying to. Never mind, it's a Goryo that apparently can't sense shit. That would have really sucked anyway. That would have really, really sucked. Guitar, thank you for the 17 months. I hit my walkie and it didn't come to me, but then I hit my walkie again and it did. I got nothing. All right, let's try that at least like one more time. We didn't die though, so that's good. Yeah, right? That's good, right? What the hell? Oh, that's right, because that one's broken. Never mind. Scratch that. I don't have that stuff yet, so that's okay. Did they remove the hiding exploit in camp where you hide in the tent while standing, the ghost can't get you? I don't know. You'll have to go figure it out. Make sure to add all your equipment if you do it, though. All right. Flashlight, crucifix, and camera, event, paranormal. Nah, we'll do salt. We'll do salt check for a wraith. Damn. Yeah, can't use exploits to get free money anymore. I know, Sag. Real Sag. Thank you, Based. But you're doing great. Run. Can't do it at all. I mean, I still think they should try. Add all equipment. Just go for it. Right? Night BW. Uh-oh. That's a yikes and a half. Well, I don't know where it's going to spawn. I just heard a switch, and I don't know if it turned a light on or off. The rattling door thing's scary. Isn't it great? Oh, Sinister, thank you. Please don't spawn on me. Oh. Was that the other salt? I might have been in the ghost room. Raiju. Do you guys understand why it's a Raiju? Hammer time. Fast because of electricity. I can choose to give it power. Yeah. Turn the... No, no. Hey, hey, hey. I don't want your goodbyes. Get out of my face. He's got a perfect solo game. I'm professional. Let's go. Very nice. He is the speed. That is true. The speed is Raiju. Hopefully we don't get got. I'm about to find out. If that was another HUD, that would have sucked because that was really fast. It would have been way, way, way less than 25 seconds. Yeah. We knew it was a Raiju because when I turned on the electronic, it went fast. And the second that I turned it off, it was slow. Raiju speed up near electronics. Lovely. Firelight, headgear. Beautiful. At least it wasn't BJM. That's true. Always get gory. ATV, I've had nights where I've done this where I get nothing but normie ghosts. Sometimes I get lucky. Sometimes I just, it's hit or miss, man. Miss the custom setting. Yeah, I can show it to you real fast. I have it inside of the Discord too. It's a 1012. There's the player settings that I use for this one. There are the ghost settings. There's the contract. It's a no sanity, no evidence. Ghost is normal speed. Player's normal speed. Yeah. No curse object. But yeah, that's my jam. All right. Friends, it is 12:25. It is 12:25 in the morning for me, which means I think it's that time. But what I'm going to do, stick around. Make sure to stick around because I'm going to try to take you to another kinetic partner. Oakley dokley. Oakley dokley. That way you guys, if you just tuned in, so you can continue to earn drops. But thank you guys so much. This was an amazing month. Thank you. Thank you. It is now technically July. If you guys are not in the server already, my Discord is in chat. So is the rest of socials. I think, what's the link I'm looking for? It is it this one? I'm glad my power didn't go out again. That's cool. That was groovy. What in the hell? Hold on. I think it's this one. Is it not? What? Hold please. Meow, 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 meow. All right. We are going to go say hi to my friend Lisa. Lisa is doing an uncapped streamathon. So friends, the raid messages are in chat. There they are. Follower, there's sub, there's tier 3. I appreciate all of the love this month. We had a crazy, crazy month. We have a 24-hour stream that's coming. 24-hour stream is coming. It's going to be a blast. Oh, Adam, thank you so much for the gifted, man. I appreciate it. I will keep you guys posted in the server whenever the 24 hours is going to happen. I don't know yet. That's just, it's going to take a little bit of scheduling with the misses and everything that's going on with the fam so I can make sure that it's a good time. Because my weekend is going to be screwed because we're going to stay up for a straight 24 hours. Tis our plan. Tis the plan. But thank you guys for watching the videos. Thank you guys for hanging out in the stream. Thank you for coming back when my power went out. Appreciate it. Are you planning to stream on the 4th? I might not because that day I'm picking up my kid from camp. I'm not sure. Yeah, nap time with viewers. Just take a little 1-hour cat nap. Yeah. After 7 a.m. Eastern time, anybody that is a Phas streamer will be able to go live with drops on in their channel. So if you haven't earned your non-animated badge, you'll be able to do that. Yeah. No, thank you guys. I appreciate you. This was a crazy, crazy month. Thank you for crushing the living shite out of the sub goal. I don't even know what to make the sub goal for July. I don't know. I always want to do something different, but I never know what to do. We always have the viewer day, but the viewer day is going to happen in the middle of the 24-hour stream. So do look out for that. But let's go say hi to Lisa. I appreciate your faces. I love you all, and I will see you later. Goodbye.